Welcome back to Central Valley Talk, where since 2008 we've been celebrating what's good about Fresno and the whole valley. There's so many good things going on. People always say there's nothing to do in Fresno. There is. There's something important and fun every single day. So we have asked somebody to come in, George Starbuck, and he's putting on a pretty big deal coming up here. The Youth Empowerment. I got it wrong. We even rehearsed it. Youth Empowered Affordable Housing Summit. What is that, George?
I just don't want to tell you about the Youth Empowered Affordable Housing Summit. I want to be able to show you the results that come from it. You might not know, this is beginning to take not just city attention, but state and national attention. So much so that it's attracting Congressman Jim Costa to become our opening keynote speaker to this event.
He heard about it and said, I want to get involved.
Oh, that's what he did. So, maybe to help explain what this is a little more, let's run this 1 minute 35-second.
You brought a video. Good deal,
Yeah.
George. Stand by. Watch the video. We'll be right back.
Housing prices and the cost of living are increasing faster than household wages and personal incomes. About 75% of the population wants to buy a house, but only 25% can actually afford it. Something has to change.
This isn't just a local problem, it's a national one. That's where the Youth Empowered Affordable Housing Summit comes in. We like to call it the YES Summit. Here at the University Business Center at California State University, Fresno, we're holding a 2-day event where young adults, city officials, and community leaders can come together and explore new ideas on how to tackle this economic issue.
My kids are going to have to win the lotto in order to afford a house. Things are getting so expensive, I worry about the next generation.
Our goal with the YES Summit is to engage young adults in developing their future affordable housing market. This is an open invitation for mayors, city planners, and other interested individuals to attend the YES Summit. Bring along a delegation of young adults to represent your community.
Homeownership is just one part of starting a family. It's part of the American dream.
I always pictured that perfect home with the big red door in front.
Can't afford anything nowadays. Prices are rising, especially homes.
Attend presentations, small group brainstorming sessions, and most importantly, network with others from across the nation who are working towards solving this crisis. Join us April 21st and 22nd at the YES Summit as our youth explore what affordable homeownership means to them. Find out more at yviinc.org.
Wow, George, that's going to be a big deal. That's big.
This is huge. I think I probably underscored the problem right there. That comment that I made. Yeah, wow, my kids are going to have to win the lotto in order to afford a home.
Yeah.
We worry about the next generation.
Right.
Things are getting so expensive, and that's what we're engaging our youth into. They're going to come to the summit bringing their brilliance. Mm-hmm. And when I say brilliance, they're going to bring wisdom into maybe helping our generation, because mm-hmm. this is truly a generational problem.
Yep.
And they're going to be directing us to hit that reset button. And I think you'll probably ask me, what do you mean by hitting that reset button?
What do you mean, George?
You
set me up for the question.
Well, yeah, I did, didn't I? Well, things have gotten so expensive. When you and we were buying homes, almost any individual that worked hard, they were capable of going out and purchasing a house.
You could get qualified and you could purchase on your salary.
The rules of the game have changed. That's no longer the case. And our kids are looking at this inheritance that they're inheriting from us, and they're saying it's not quite fair. And so they're saying, hey, let us get involved. Let us share with you some of our out-of-the-box thinking that could reset this back onto a track of generational accountability and responsibility. And by the way, they're not asking for things to be given to them for free.
Right.
They want to work for it, but they want to work for it at the same opportunity that we worked for it.
Right. By the way, it's interesting how you phrase that, because my age, I'm 64, we have a way of thinking that, oh no, this is how things go. You get some young people in the room and they have this fresh ideas because we've become jaded and learned how things work. But younger people say, no, they could go another way.
Yeah, they can go another way. So, they're seeing things correctly. The way we got into housing was that it's a part of our retirement portfolio.
Right,
In
absolutely.
fact, I was just talking with a lender the other day, and he says for most people, 81% of their retirement is built into their house.
Built in, yeah.
So here's what we want. We want the value of our home to go up
Yep.
in order for the next generation to pay for our aging income.
right,
Isn't that
that's
true?
right, yeah.
And what's happening right now is that is beginning to implode.
Yep.
It's sad that 1 in 4 individuals. Yeah, well, let me put it to you how it was brought to me. A college student came to me and she said, "Hey, if you take 4 of us and put us here around the table, only 1 in 3 of us are going to be able to purchase a home." That's not the American dream. That's American nightmare to
It's a
them.
nightmare, yeah. And for college students to say that or think that or face that, that's big.
And that's big.
By the way, who can attend this summit? Tell me where it is and when it is. Then I got a million more questions for you.
Well, I'm
but I
glad
want
you-
people to show up. That's our main goal.
It's going to be held April 21st and 22nd. And I want to thank California State University of Fresno, especially their Kazarian Real Estate Center. They're the ones that are partnering with us to put this event on. And together we're creating this think tank opportunity. So it's going to be held right there at the Craig School of Business, Fresno State, April 21st and 2nd. We got a lineup of just fabulous keynote speakers
Who
and
can
breakout
go?
sessions.
Just young people? Can
Well,
old people go?
Well, yes, you can go. You can go. But we ask that the older people, and we do invite mayors,
Yeah.
city planners, school superintendents, people like that, to attend as observers.
Let the young people, let it be their.
This
Gotcha,
this is their time. Let us glean from them. Truly, they're going to be acting as our consultants on this national problem.
Right.
And so let us sit back and watch them. So the idea is that we're targeting high school seniors and college age individuals.
This is going to be their problem in a couple of years. So that's who should be attending. Absolutely.
They're inheriting the problem. You're absolutely correct.
Okay.
And so they want a voice in how do we go about tweaking the system? You know, taking what we already have, just tweak it a little bit in order for it to make it work a little bit.
Now, if somebody's watching and say, I want to go or I want to attend or want to talk my son into going, do they need to get a reservation or a ticket?
Oh,
or-
yeah, yes, they do. Here's what you can do. You can do 2 things. You can type in on a Google search, Fresno State Press Release Housing Summit. And they'll give you a write-up of what the summit is. Or you can go to our webpage, Youth Voice Impact. And how you get to that is just do a Google search, go yvinc.org, scroll down a little bit, you'll see that video again, and then there's a registration page
To register, yeah.
to register. So we encourage, and I'm assuming mostly adults are watching this,
Yep.
we encourage you adults to grab that high school student of yours, the college student of yours, maybe it's your grandkid,
Yeah.
and give them allow them to get a waiver from their high school. I'm sure
Get out
the
of that.
principal would go, wow, you're getting involved in this, more power to
There's
you.
an incentive for high school kids right there. You get out of school for the day. By the way, we're going to take this interview to the young people. We're going to put it on Instagram
Okay.
and Facebook and all those places where young people watch things.
Why, thank you. You know, that interview, by the way, was actually shown back at the National Association of Home Builders. I want to give a thank you to Lamar Smith, who sits on the Land Development Committee. And he showed this there was a gentleman in that committee that came up to me that was from New York, and he says, "Hey, could you bring this out to New York?"
Yeah.
And my response to him was, "Hey, come out here first,
Yeah, see how we're doing it.
see
it
how we're
turns out.
doing, and then take it to."
By the way, George sent me all this information to read. I didn't look very close, but it says right here, inviting college students, high school students from the San Joaquin Valley and beyond, government leaders, city planners, community leaders. So
Yeah.
thanks for doing this, George.
Well, you're welcome. And by the way, I sit in on the inside track, and I want to share with you just two bits of information that we're going to be that's going to be coming out from this. Our youth themselves are going to put into place a definition of what affordable home ownership is as written by them. Such a definition does not exist, and without having that target, we have nothing to aim for.
That's a good, very good point.
And so they're going to be putting that definition. And then there's a big idea, the what if could we. Now that one's going to be revealed at the event. And I'm telling you, that's going to be a game changer. It truly is. And that's what I mean. We want to come back and share with you what has come about from this event, because
That's the important part of
that's
it.
the important part.
Let me, we're way out of time. I'm getting the signal, George, but how'd this all develop? How'd this come about?
You know, that could be an interview in and of itself, but here's in the short brief. A group of individuals came to me and they said, "George, how do we go about changing an image of a community the size of Fresno?" And so I was given 8 college students, 2 Hispanic, 2 Black, 2 White, 2 Asians, to represent the demographics of Fresno. And for 3 days, and I paid them as consultants because we are to provide them with the respect for the services they give to us. They looked at the image of Fresno from a distance. And what does that image look like? Let me ask you, what does the image look
Yeah,
like?
I don't know, because I'm in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But they backed out and
They backed out and they said, "Hey, let's look at it from the state of Texas." And what do they see? Run down, gang infested, education struggling.
yeah.
And they saw that that is made up not by districts or by ethnic groups. That's the accumulation of everything.
That's the vision of the whole town.
And so to change that vision from the whole town, you have to address it as such. Such wisdom.
And here we have the summit coming up, the Youth Empowerment Affordable Housing Summit. Youth, you're invited. This is your chance to step up and be heard.
Yes.
College students, high school, seniors from the San Joaquin Valley, community leaders, government. Congressman Costa will be opening it up.
Yeah, and we're excited about that.
That is great.
You know, Matt Grundy's going to be a speaker there, along with Andy Hausler, I believe Tyrone Williams. We got some, and then we have some powerful breakout sessions for these
Very good.
guys.
George, we're out of time. Last thoughts?
Advertise it. The Youth Empowered Affordable Housing Summit, 21st and 2nd at California State University, Fresno. Send your kids to be involved in this and come along and watch.
All right. George Starbuck, thank you for doing what you do. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.